All right, you filthy animals. Back for more. Welcome to the Drunken Rant, Uncensored.
Uncensored, that's right, baby.
I'm Liam, your host for the evening.
And I'm Olivia.
And,
back to join you lovely degenerates.
yeah, you know how we do it.
For another, wild ride.
We're feeling good tonight.
Feeling a little tipsy myself, actually.
Ooh.
You're looking especially
Yeah,
Olivia.
we're devilish tonight.
Just trying to get me in trouble.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I've always had a weakness for a woman who can handle her booze, so
Cheers to that.
crack open a cold one.
Hell yeah.
And get ready for some fashionably filthy fun, because tonight
Tonight.
we're taking a deep dive into the world of
The wonderful world of
Uniqlo.
Uniqlo. From sweatshops to sex tapes.
Fast fashion has never been so fascinating or so fucked up.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna unravel this global giant.
Unraveled it.
From their humble beginnings in Japan to their current status as a multinational behemoth with over 3,700 stores worldwide.
Can you believe that shit? Started as a little men's clothing store and bam.
World domination.
World domination.
It's actually pretty fascinating how they built this whole empire on this idea of like lifewear. You know,
lifewear.
simple, high quality, everyday clothes.
Yeah.
But behind those like minimalist designs,
Minimalist.
there's a whole lot more going on.
Ooh.
And some of it's not so pretty.
Like that 2015 report about their factories in China. Remember that?
Don't remind me.
Sewage on the floors.
Ah, God.
Workers sweating their asses off in these cramped factories.
Yeah.
12-hour shifts.
Makes you want to puke.
Makes you want to puke and reach for another beer.
It's pretty shocking, isn't it? I mean, international labor laws, they're pretty clear. Like, no one should be working more than 8 hours a day without overtime pay, and everyone deserves a day off.
Yeah.
And Uniqlo's response was basically like, oh, yeah, we had some issues, but it wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad?
Talk about downplaying some serious human rights violations.
Like, come on, Uniqlo, you're rolling in dough. You can afford to treat your workers with a little goddamn respect.
For sure.
Speaking of respect, or the lack thereof, remember that infamous sex tape?
Oh, God. The sex tape.
A couple decided to film themselves getting busy in a Uniqlo changing room in Beijing.
Of course, the video goes viral.
Of course it did.
And then the Chinese police get involved.
Oh, no.
And, well, let's just say it didn't end well for those lovebirds.
They got arrested. Can you imagine getting caught with your pants down, literally, and ending up in a Chinese jail?
Brutal. Brutal.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't dwell on their misfortune, Liam.
Right.
But it does raise kind of an interesting question, you know?
Yeah.
How much responsibility does Uniqlo bear for something like that happening in their store?
I mean, they didn't exactly encourage it, but you got to admit, it's a hell of a story.
It's a hell of a story.
All right, moving on to something a little less scandalous.
Yeah.
Uniqlo got themselves into some hot water recently for refusing to use cotton from Xinjiang.
Right. Xinjiang is this region in China where there have been these accusations of forced labor,
Right.
especially targeting the Uyghur Muslim minority.
Uyghur Muslims.
And Uniqlo basically said, nope, we're not touching that.
And the Chinese consumers were like, hold the fucking phone.
Oh, yeah, they were pissed.
Boycotts, angry social media posts, the whole 9 yards.
Crazy how much power consumers have these days.
Absolutely, especially in a market as massive as China.
Totally.
It's a delicate balancing act for these companies like Uniqlo, you know?
Yeah.
They want to appear ethical,
Ethical.
but they also don't want to piss off a huge chunk of their customers.
Exactly. Remember what happened to H&M when they did something similar?
Oh, yeah.
They got absolutely obliterated in the Chinese market.
Talk about a lose-lose situation.
Brutal.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Despite all this drama, Uniqlo is still expanding like crazy.
They are.
Their profits are through the roof.
What the hell?
It seems like people are willing to overlook the ethical issues.
Yeah.
They can get a stylish sweater for a good price.
It's all about that fast fashion, right?
Fast fashion, baby.
Cheap, trendy clothes, who cares how they're made?
Just kidding, sort of.
Yeah.
But seriously, folks, does knowing about these controversies change your view of Uniqlo?
Let us know in the comments, you beautiful degenerates.
We want to hear all your dirty little thoughts.
Now, before we get too deep into this ethical quagmire, let's take a step back and look at Uniqlo's obsession with innovation and technology.
Okay.
They're all about this made in Japan quality, right?
Right, like their fancy fabrics and all that jazz.
Fancy fabrics.
They're always bragging about their HeatTech line.
The HeatTech.
Those clothes that are supposed to keep you warm without making you look like a marshmallow.
Exactly. It's designed to keep you warm without being bulky.
Right.
Pretty genius, actually.
Pretty genius.
And they've even teamed up with companies like Shimaseki to develop this 3D knit technology.
Oh, wow.
Which means they're making clothes with minimal waste and no seams.
Wow, so they're like environmentally friendly? Pretty high tech for a company that's known for its basic designs, right?
Exactly. It's part of their strategy to create this perception of high quality at reasonable prices.
Which is probably why they can get away with all the other shady shit.
Maybe.
People are like, oh, but their cashmere sweaters are so soft. They're only like $100.
It's a complex issue, Liam.
It is.
We're not here to tell you what to think.
Right.
Just laying out the facts, baby.
Laying out the facts.
It's up to you, our lovely listeners.
Our lovely listeners.
To decide where you stand.
We're just your humble, drunken guides through this twisted world of fast fashion.
That's right.
Now, speaking of high fashion, remember those collaborations Uniqlo did with big shot designers like Jill Sander and Alexander Wang?
Oh, yeah. Those collaborations were huge for Uniqlo.
They were huge.
It helped them appeal to a more fashion-conscious consumer.
It's like they were trying to say, hey, we're not just cheap basics anymore. We're cool and trendy, too.
Cool and trendy.
And it worked.
It totally worked.
Those collaborations created a ton of buzz.
So much buzz.
But it makes you wonder.
Makes you wonder.
Did those fancy designers know about all the worker exploitation and shady business practices before they signed on?
That's a damn good question, Liam.
It is.
And honestly, we don't have the answer. But it definitely raises some ethical concerns.
Ethical concerns.
Like, are these designers complicit?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It's a slippery slope, man.
It is a slippery slope.
And it's something we all need to think about as consumers, you know?
As consumers.
We have the power to choose where we spend our money.
Deep thoughts, Olivia. Maybe we need another round to process all this heavy shit.
Ugh, I could use another drink.
Speaking of which, I'm feeling a little parched. How about you?
You know, I'm always down for another drink.
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break to refill our glasses. Don't go anywhere. We've got even more juicy Uniqlo drama coming up the next segment. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, you fabulous lushes, we're back. Top up those drinks because we're about to dive back into the murky depths of Uniqlo's global empire.
Hell yeah. I'm feeling loosey-goosey and ready to spill some more tea. So where were we?
Where were we?
Yes. Uniqlo's world domination.
World domination.
They're everywhere, right? It's like they're taking over the planet one HeatTech shirt at a time.
Well, maybe not the entire planet, Liam.
Right.
But they are in a lot of countries, that's for sure. And they're constantly expanding big plans for Europe, opening flagship stores in fancy places like Rome and Edinburgh.
Fancy schmancy.
Hey.
But you know what's not so fancy? Their labor practices in some of those countries.
What do you mean?
Remember that report from Australia? Workers claiming they were bullied, harassed, and forced to work insane hours? Sounds like a bloody nightmare.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's definitely concerning.
Right.
And it seems like these issues are popping up all over the world, not just in China.
Ugh. It's like they're trying to wring every last drop of sweat out of their workers to keep those prices low.
Yeah.
Makes you think twice about that cheap t-shirt, doesn't it?
It's a tough question, Liam.
It is.
And one that we all need to ask ourselves as consumers, you know.
Yeah. Are we willing to turn a blind eye to these practices just to save a few bucks?
Damn, Olivia, you're getting all serious on me again. Maybe it's the booze talking, but I'm starting to feel a little guilty about my Uniqlo addiction.
Don't worry, Liam. We're not here to judge.
Okay, good.
We're just trying to lay it all out there and let our listeners decide for themselves.
Right.
But speaking of Uniqlo trying to improve their image, did you hear about their new repair and remake service? They're calling it Re-Uniqlo Repair Studio.
Re-Uniqlo Repair Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw something about that. It sounds like loaded hippy-dippy bullshit to me.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Sew patch on my holy socks?
Not quite, Liam.
Okay.
It's actually a pretty cool initiative. They'll repair your old Uniqlo clothes or even help you remake them into something new.
So you're telling me I can take my old stained Uniqlo underwear and turn it into a chic new scarf? Now that's what I call upcycling.
Well, maybe not underwear, Liam.
Yeah.
But you can definitely give your old clothes a new life instead of just tossing them in the landfill.
I guess so.
It's a step in the right direction towards sustainability.
Sustainability.
You gotta give them credit for that.
All right, I'll give them that. Maybe Uniqlo isn't all bad after all,
Maybe not.
but they still got a lot to answer for,
They
right?
do. And we're gonna keep calling them out on it.
Good.
But hey, that's what we do here at the Drunken Rant Uncensored.
That's right, baby.
We take a deep dive into the good, the bad, and the ugly, all while enjoying a few cocktails.
Cheers to that. You know, Olivia, it's funny. We've been talking about Uniqlo for like an hour, and we haven't even mentioned their clothes.
Oh, yeah.
What are your favorite pieces?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I know, right?
I'm a big fan of their ultra-light down jackets.
Ultra-light down. I love them.
Oh, so warm and packable. Perfect for travel.
Perfect for travel.
And their Aerism line is pretty amazing, too.
Aerism? What's that?
It's super breathable and lightweight. Perfect for those hot summer days.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, Uniqlo does have some redeeming qualities.
They do.
But let's be real, Olivia. Even if their clothes are comfy and affordable, are we really okay with supporting a company that treats its workers like crap? I mean, where do we draw the line?
That's the million-dollar question, Liam. And there's no easy answer. It's a constant struggle trying to balance our desire for affordable fashion with our ethical responsibilities.
Damn, Olivia, you're really making me think tonight.
I know, right?
Maybe I need another drink to drown out all these moral dilemmas. What do you say?
I'm always down for another drink.
We take a quick break to refill our glasses and ponder the meaning of life.
Sounds like a plan, Liam. We'll be back in a jiffy with even more drunken insights into the world of fast fashion. Stay tuned, you beautiful bastards.
All right, you stylish degenerates. We're back and feeling drunker than ever. Did you miss us? We sure as hell missed our booze.
Cheers to that, Liam. I think we're finally ready to tackle that million-dollar question. Can we enjoy Uniqlo clothes knowing what we know about their business practices?
It's a tough one, Olivia. It's like trying to choose between a hot date and a good night's sleep. Sometimes you just gotta sacrifice your morals for a little bit of pleasure.
Oh, Liam, you're incorrigible. But seriously, folks, this is a real dilemma that many consumers face. We want to look good and feel good, but we also want to support ethical companies.
It's like trying to find a unicorn that shits rainbows and grants wishes. They just don't exist.
Well, maybe not unicorns, Liam, but there are companies out there that are trying to do things differently. They're focusing on sustainable materials, fair labor practices, and transparent supply chains.
Yeah, I know all about that ethical fashion mumbo jumbo. But let's be real, it's usually expensive as hell, and let's face it, not always that stylish. Sometimes you just need a basic white tee that doesn't cost a week's pay.
I hear you, Liam, but I think we need to start demanding more from these fast fashion giants. We need to vote with our wallets and show them that we care about more than just cheap prices.
You're starting to sound like one of those preachy vegans, Olivia. Don't get me wrong. I respect your passion, but I'm just a simple man who likes his clothes cheap and his beer cold.
Fair enough, Liam. But I think we can all agree that there's a middle ground. We can still enjoy fast fashion without completely selling our souls to the devil.
Maybe you're right, Olivia. Maybe we just need to be more conscious consumers. Do our research, ask questions, and support brands that are trying to make a difference.
Exactly. It's not about being perfect. It's about making informed choices and holding these companies accountable.
Damn, Olivia, you're actually making me feel like a better person. I might even donate some of my old Uniqlo clothes to charity after this.
Now you're talking, Liam. See, this is what the Drunken Rant is all about. Having a few laughs, learning a few things, and maybe even inspiring a little bit of change.
Cheers to that, Olivia. And cheers to all you beautiful bastards out there. Thanks for joining us on this drunken deep dive into the world of Uniqlo.
Remember, folks, fashion is supposed to be fun, but it's also important to think about the impact our choices have on the world.
So next time you're browsing the racks of Uniqlo, just take a moment to consider the bigger picture. Ask yourself, is that cheap t-shirt really worth the human cost?
And don't forget to subscribe to the Drunken Rant Uncensored for more deep dives into the dark side of fashion.
We'll see you next time, you magnificent bastards. Stay thirsty, my friends.